Hey family, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Today's video I will be showing you how I make a traditional Grenadian fish cake recipe with a twist. Now if you want to see how we do that, continue to watch this video. We say welcome to our new subscribers. We hope that you would enjoy this journey with us, and to our old subscribers we say thank you so much for your support throughout the years. Without further ado, let us get into today's video. We are first going to start off with the smoked herring. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm just going to use some. So I'm going to place that in some water to soak before I boil it because it's extremely salty. So to help get rid of some of that salt, I am going to soak it for a bit. Let's go. Here I have a large bowl and I just untied the bag. So let me show you. So this is our smoked herring. As you can see, it has a lot of salt. So I'm just going to be using about 2. Now what I'm going to do is to rinse it out and then add some water, and then we are going to add in some vinegar. Here is the smoked herring. Once you have added water to the smoked herring, we are next going to add in some vinegar. So I'm using apple cider vinegar because I don't have the regular white vinegar on hand. I'm actually out of. Also, lime can be used as well. I don't have either, so I'm just going to use some apple cider vinegar. And this helps to cut the freshness, helps to cut some of the salt as well. So we're going to allow that to soak, and once it's done, I will come back to show you the next step. Is saltfish that we will be adding to the fish cake. Now the smoked herring is actually the twist that we are adding into our fish cake. You would have seen how I would have made salted cod, as they call it, salted cod fish cakes. And so I am basically going to do the same thing here for the saltfish. So I'm going to go ahead and simply wash it out, add some vinegar to it and allow it to soak, and then we'll boil them. Now it's time to wash out the smoked herring and boil it. Also, smoked herring is extremely pungent. The scent is very strong. So what you do sometimes is to add some vinegar to it while it's in boiling as well. It helps to lessen the scent of the smoked herring. So we are going to allow this to boil for roughly 15 to 20 minutes thereabout. I do it based on my intuition and such like. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to move on to the next step. We are also going to be boiling the saltfish. Some of the seasonings we are adding to our fish cakes are, we have here purple onion. We also have here some regular onion, sweet pepper here, pimento peppers, garlic, green onions, some cheddar beni, some celery. Now, I always believe in using fresh ingredients every single time. I think that's a whole thing in the Caribbean. We always love to use our fresh seasonings. I also will be adding in some green seasoning mix, excuse me, that I made. I'll show you as I go along. All right, so these are just some of what we are using in our fish cakes today. I have went ahead and peeled the onions and such like. So I'm just here, just washing them out really quickly, and then we're gonna cut them up. Now that we have washed our seasonings, we're going to cut it up. Let's go. Hey guys, this is what our seasonings are looking like so far. Aren't they pretty? Oh, it's so pretty. So we are now going to go ahead and move on to the next step. While I was cutting the seasonings, I discovered that the smoked herring was finished, so I did turn off the stove. So we're going to drain this out and pour some cold water, allow it to cool down somewhat before moving on to cleaning it. Here the saltfish is still going, but it's good right now, so I'm just going to turn off the heat, and I will do the same thing as the smoked herring. I'm just removing the head, and then we are removing the bones and such like. So here is our smoked herring and saltfish. I did chip it up really well. And next we're going to move on to the other ingredients. The other ingredients are green seasoning, cayenne pepper, black pepper can be used as well, turmeric, salt for flavoring, flour, water. We're going to go ahead and add in our seasonings. Let's go. Reserve the salt for when you're finished mixing in the flour and such like. Alright, you can always do a taste test, and then based on the salt level you can add some more. Mix well. Once it's well mixed together, we are next going to add in the flour. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in all of the flour. Now I'm starting out with just about 1 cup of flour, and I will add as needed as I go along. And of course I will link the recipe in the description box below. Just added some water. I'm sorry, I thought I was recording. You can always comment below and let me know if you would have tried this version before. Mixing both the saltfish and the smoked herring together. This smells so amazing, guys, but this is my texture so far. This is my texture. This is a texture that I am looking for. Now, a good way to test your fish cake as to if it has enough water, enough flour, is by just frying one. Then you taste it, and of course you know if you need to add in stuff. So let's go ahead and add in the salt. Just add in that salt there, and the salt basically brings all of the flavor together. So just mix it in really well. If you have time, you leave it to sit for a whole day, overnight or so, and then the next day you go ahead and you fry. Take it out from the fridge and you fry. But I'm just going to allow it to sit for roughly 30 minutes in this case, and then I'll come back and fry it. So here I have my skillet, and I'm just going to turn the heat on, and we are going to add in some oil and allow it to heat up nicely. The bubbles have started, and then you don't want it to be too high that it burns. All right, so here is our mixture. Looks so good. So let's go ahead and place in about 1 for the time being. So this is it, just a dollop like this, and we're going to allow it to fry until it's nice and golden brown. And the inclusion of the smoked herring with a nice smoky flavor, really nice and delicious. And of course, you know that it goes very well with our coconut bake that we are familiar with. So once it's fried, I'll come back to show you. Here is our fish cake. Ooh, it's very hot, guys. So it's nice and golden brown, and what I'm going to do is to go ahead and taste it, and then if I do need to add in any additional salt or so, then I will do so. This is what the inside looks like, guys. Yummy. It's nice, it's different. The texture, of course, is unique. You're getting that taste of the smoked herring, and of course the saltfish in there. Really nice. And it's okay, the salt is fine, and all of that I'm going to go ahead and fry. Fish cakes are in, and you don't want to put too much in the pot at the same time, or at least I don't like to do it. I like to allow it to give it space to breathe. All right, so we're gonna allow it to fry until it's nice and golden brown and come back. Here is our fish cake. So this is a traditional saltfish recipe with a twist, which is the smoked herring. Just want you guys to see a little bit up close and personal. And remember, the longer you allow it to sit, is the more tastier it becomes. And here is our coconut bake. It's perfect to go along with our fish cake. And of course, if you are Grenadian, you know that you usually have this meal with a nice cup of hot homemade chocolate tea. Spicem, thank you so much for watching today's video. This twist in our original or traditional fish cake recipe is definitely going to take your fish cake to the next level. So I hope you'd have enjoyed today's video. Don't forget that when you do try out the videos or the recipes, to kindly send it to us so that we can post it in appreciation of you trying it. Also, with Independence around the corner, you may want to look into trying this recipe. Until the next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.